Hello everyone, my name is EmiPires and welcome back to another episode of EmiPires. And before we actually jump into the episode, there's something I do want to quickly mention, and that is actually as of the upload of this video, I will actually be going on vacation for a couple of weeks. So I just wanted to quickly mention that. And as there will be, don't worry, there is still videos for you guys to watch. There will be uploads as per normal on Friday and Saturdays. Just means that basically there won't be any Twitch streams for a couple of weeks, and also regular EmiPires and Metre videos might be a little bit delayed for a couple of weeks, just because I tend to record these videos weekly. But don't worry, there is still Minecraft videos being uploaded on Friday. It's just a little something else instead of EmiPires or Metre, just because like I said, I record EmiPires and Metre on a week-to-week basis as I go, and I just haven't had enough time to prep episodes in beforehand. So yeah, just wanted to mention that before we jump into today's episode. So yeah, let's just jump into things. And as per tradition, that means adding a brand new layer to the monolith. So why don't you guys get yourself a nice snack, a nice tasty, zesty beverage, kick your feet up, relax, press start on that jukebox. Let's jump into super fast build mode. Let's go! And we have one more layer added to the monolith. This is now up to Y level 250, which is wild. It's so tall, but it's also really fun to just do leap of faith off of. And I mean, as you probably saw in the time lapse, I did go splat at one point, which whoops. But anyways, yeah, that's looking so tall. The next thing on my to-do list for this episode is, as you guys know, in the previous episode I ended up losing some librarians. They somehow turned into witches, so I've got to get some new villagers to go into these slots. So I guess that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go get some new villagers, and hopefully I can get the enchantment book trades that I had before. Also, there seems to be a gap in the wall. Weird. Okay, so I should probably go fix that hut. Anyways, yep, let's go get some new villagers and patch up the hole in the wall. Use one of these. Might look a bit weird, but yeah. Anyway, let's go do the thing. Okie dokie, so we now actually have a couple new villagers in here, all safe and sound. They haven't turned into witches again, which is great. I do need to actually do the lecterns on them, just to see what they get. But Oh, channeling. But yeah, it's obviously villagers don't really like me very much, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes in terms of getting the trades we want back. But yeah, I'm going to do that off camera. It's very much an off camera thing. And also, if I fly over here, I have also just been to go and get some tuff, because in the last episode we started building the road and I very quickly ran out of tuff. So I now have a shulker and a half of tuff, which I do need to change into polished tuff and bricks and stuff. And yeah, hopefully that might be enough. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. So yeah, why don't we jump into a little bit of a time lapse and get the rest of this road finished? Yeah, because I left it very much half done last episode. So yeah, let's get this at least finished off. Let's go. So I have actually finished up the road. I've done all the sidewalks and things and made it look a lot nicer. It's a little less patchy. And the other thing I have done, which you would have seen as I flew in, is I have actually added in a couple of build plots. Now these are going to be a couple of just general buildings. These will be pretty tall, because I want to have quite a few different like skyscrapery kind of buildings lining Main Street. So that's what these will be. This one will be interesting for a wider one. I have a couple of ideas in mind, but yeah, before I start working on these, however, I do still have quite a bit of work to do over here. Now I do have this building to work on. I need to add more farms. I need to work on the exterior quite a bit, and then I also have these two look up buildings. I have to do some interior work and do the storage and stuff. So I think what we'll do to start with is to crack on and try and do some exterior here. I know I said I was going to maybe change up the outside. Not actually too sure if I want to now, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to jump into another bit of a time lapse, and we're going to get to building. Oh yeah, I do have quartz and things here. Oh no, I wasn't going to change up the outside. I was going to use blue terracotta, or try it out, I think. Anyway, yeah, I can probably do some bit more trading and get a few more bits and bobs. But anyways, I think I'll try and do some exterior and also add some farms. We'll see how far I get. I think I need to get some redstone bits together as well. Anyways, yes, I'm just blabbering. Let's get on with it. Let's go. Besties, I actually quite like the blue terracotta as opposed to the light grey. Well, I know that's terracotta, but I forget which colour it is. Anyways, I actually quite like the blue terracotta. I'm not sure if I'll swap out the bottom or not, but yeah, we now have some extra space for farms, and I will be building the farms very soon. I do have plenty of space in there, and I have actually gathered up some redstone supplies and bits for the farms. I got loads of pistons, observers, rails, hopper minecarts, melon pumpkin seeds. So I've got all the stuff to build the farms. So I'll be doing that in just a moment. But also I've added a few more plots here. So I've got a yellow wool plot, which is going to be for some kind of big build, I think. And then I've added a couple more diorite plots over here. So what I'm thinking is, if anyone But for those of you who play on EmiPires, the diorite plots, feel free to come over and build on these. Then the wool plots are for me to build on. Those are my builds. So yeah, direct plots are free for anyone to build on, and then the actual wool plots are for builds that I'm planning out to do myself. So yeah, I suppose the next thing I should do, as we've been working on this, is to actually build for farms. So I'm gonna do this off camera, just because you guys don't need to watch me build redstone. But yeah, I'm going to be installing the melon and pumpkin farms. Also in here I made a couple of upgrades. I've basically just added a bunch of extra mason dudes. This guy still hasn't acknowledged this yet for some reason. These guys are a bit weird. Some of them take ages to restock. This guy doesn't want to resupply anything for some reason. He's been sat there for ages. But yeah, we got some extra guys just to make it easier to get quartz to actually build for a farm tower. Anyways, speaking of a farm tower, like I said, let's maybe actually add some extra farms to it. Let's go. Okie, so a bit of a progress update on the farms. I've done a couple of very basic melon and pumpkin farms. These have a mix of both melons and pumpkins in. I can actually open up the side. Like I say, I can see them all growing in there. I have bone meal them, so they are growing. Oh, there we go. There's a good example of it going. So it's a very simple melon pumpkin farm with minecarts going down at the bottom. Yeah, they'll be harvesting all of our melons and pumpkins that we need. Now, I do actually have quite a bit of space left in here, so I could actually add a couple more farm modules, like stack them up. So if I feel like I need a bit more speed to the farming, I could add a couple more of these. And then also have a whole nother layer on top, which I haven't built the exterior for just yet. But yeah, I'm thinking of adding a a cactus farm, because if I actually go back down to the storage area, I've actually, because the melon and pumpkin farms are sort of in together, they're all going into the same place. So that means I have another storage module free for another farm. So I could always add a cactus farm to this as well. Or, because I have many bamboo, I could probably even hook up my bamboo farm to this, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. I'm kind of leaning in towards the cactus farm. So yeah, that's all of the farm work I want to do for now, for today's episode. I have options that I can do when adding to this. But yeah, I do actually have a couple other things I want to work on in this episode. And the next thing I'd like to do is I want to start working on this, because I've got a lot of the wool foundation work done. So I've got for like the basic shape I want to do for like the foundation of this build. This is going to be a big skyscraper, and what I've done with the wool here is sort of the foundation work for it. And I'm kind of thinking it'd look really cool if we had these blue parts, like maybe turning them into shops or something, or like seating areas or cafes or something, and then have like the proper skyscraper on top. That could look really, really cool. So I'm kind of tempted to do that. So why don't we get into another bit of a time lapse and actually start building the foundation for this building, because I think this one's going to look really, really cool. So yeah, let's get a tasty snacks on the go, grab yourselves a nice zesty beverage, and hit that jukebox. Let's get into super fast build mode. So we now have some sort of foundation for the big skyscraper, and this is what I got so far. It's very much foundational. I haven't started working on these interior bits for the four corners, but I like the big windows. Yeah, it's just a matter of deciding what I want to do on the interiors. But yeah, this is a really good start. I think we're going to have like a big skyscraper sat on top of this, and I think it's going to look really cool. I do need to get rid of the yellow wool, but I'm you guys know what I'm like. I'm going to do it later. Before we round off this episode, I do very quickly want to work on some of the interiors for the log lockup buildings. I want to add some extra storage and bits in here. I mean, I don't really need this much storage for logs, but yeah, I'm just gonna add maybe a few more chests. I might do 3 tall, and I'm not sure if I want to do item sorters behind these because I don't actually have a lot of space. But what I am going to do is I'm going to finish off the interior for in here, and then I'm also going to add some sort of item deposit thing. I can deposit all the logs and just have it flow into this building here via the pipe. So yeah, I think I'm going to jump onto a stream and just sort of chill out on stream and do these bits. So yeah, I think I've got like plenty of bricks and stuff lying around, and I've got some granite bits, so I've got stuff to use. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get some bits and pieces together, and I'm gonna figure out the interiors for these buildings, just to tidy things up a little bit more and get some sort of storage thing going. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and then I think that might be it for the episode, but we'll see. I just want to get those bits done. So yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty sweet so far. Once I get like some sort of building on top, that's going to look so cool. But yeah, let's do some interior stuffs. Okie dokie everyone, so if I come in here, I've tidied up the interior just a little bit. I've added some lanterns up the walls for lighting. I've swapped out the floor here for what's it called, bamboo planks, which looks pretty nice. And I've also added a stairway up here. I'm not really sure what to do decorative wise for up here just yet, but if I come up to his chest and plonk some logs in, I can hear a dropper start spitting the logs out. And if I fly all the way down here, not really sure if you can really see them up there, but the logs are being spat into that pipe. And if I come into here, I've done the interior with some storage, and the interior's done. And if I look in here, should start seeing logs appear if they're not getting stuck. No, here we go. Jungle logs. Okay, hopefully they're not all getting stuck. But yeah, I'm actually going to quickly climb up here just to make sure they're not actually getting stuck, because it was actually working fine earlier when I was streaming. So up here. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it doesn't look like they're getting stuck. They are actually going through. They do seem to have a little bit of wonkiness where they seem to just like disappear for a quick second, but it is actually all working fine. You can see them flowing through the pipe there, which is really cool. So that is all hunky-dory and working and good stuff. Love to see it. Love to see some redstone working, especially when it's my redstone and it's looking a bit weird. But yeah, that's all finished and done. Oh, and also the other thing is, if I come over here, come into my library, but my villagers back. So we've got Unbreaking 3 in here, as well as some other stuffs. Mending. We've got, well, these books aren't actually very good, but we've got the other stuff on there. Here we've got Silk Touch, Curse of Vanishing, and oh no, we've got Curse of Vanishing twice. But yeah, got my librarians back, which is great. And yeah, this is all of the time I've got for this episode, unfortunately. We've had a lot of stuff going on in this episode so far, and I think we're up to maybe about 15-20 minutes of video time. So yeah, we've made a lot of progress, and I'm really happy with the progress we have done this episode. So yeah, next episode, well, we've got quite a bit of work to do left, but yeah, I think we'll do the farm tower a bit, maybe this tower behind me, and some of these builds around here too. But yeah, obviously, like I mentioned at the start of this episode, I do tend to record Metre and EmiPires on a week-to-week basis, and I just haven't had enough time to prep video Metre and EmiPire episodes before my vacation time. But I do have a couple of other Minecraft videos coming out to cover the Friday uploads while I'm away on vacation, and there is also Saturday uploads as well, so there's still plenty of stuff for you guys to watch here on YouTube, and it just means I won't be able to stream for a little bit, but that's fine. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and of course make sure to like, subscribe, all of that sort of stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video. Catch you later, everyone.